What's up, galera? It's Jorge with Jingo and Grow Strong. Just wanted to give a quick little video here on one of the subscribers, one of the followers. Was talking about training digitally or training virtually, not having the Mestre there with you. And this is a big thing. I've done interviews with plenty of Mestres, contramestres, about just this, when your master's not there. Now, this happens all the time in Brazil. All the time, your master moves out of the way. You move out of the, out of the city, and you still want to remain training. This happens all the time. So don't think this is something new. Now, some people have some insecurities being non-Brazilian or being, American or whatever, and trying to train. But let me get, as long as you're dedicated and you have the right program and a supportive master and group, no problem. Well, one, you got to keep your daily regimen of kicks and fundamentals and rice and beans, all that stuff. As long as you do that, and then two, you regularly meet back with your master or your trainer or your professor, your instructor, all that stuff on a regular basis. Whatever that is, is up to you and your group and your master or your instructor. There's been masters. Mestre Graveto just became master online. Unfortunately, but he definitely deserves it. But it was when he first started training with his master in college, then he moved back home to his island in St. Martin. There wasn't that. So he trained hard. He had his group. He created a community. Now, not everyone could do all that, but he did, and he was able to bring his master in for training yearly, semi-annually. He would go travel. He would still go to different events, support other events. So he was still in there, and he was still doing his thing. Now, not a lot of people do that. They're, they can't. They're not as mobile. They can't go to as many events. So it's up to you and your master. Same thing. I have a similar situation. I was training about 3 or 4 years, and then I moved out of town, and then created a group, and then where I was able to train, create a community, do all that. But on that time I was able to go back and travel and train with my master on a weekly basis. So I was still training, so it wasn't like I was on my own. Although other people still do that. So if you have any kind of insecurity about training online, or that you're away from your master, now I'll go more into detail. This is just a quick little video, but I'll do a longer video where I talk about more about this. And if this is something that you want to know more about, and this topic is something like you, especially now during the pandemic where we have to have these virtual events and have these graduation ceremonies online, it's just horrible. It's not ideal, but I understand a lot of people are still getting by with it and doing what they got, because that's what pretty much. Hey, we gotta evolve, and this is slamming no one, this is weird events that we're in 2020, so we have to do what we can and keep on rolling with the punches. But especially now with the pandemic, everything's going online, at least for this year, and we'll see what happens next year and into the future. If there's something you want to know more about, then just let me know. Put a comment down below, and I'll do a straight video on that about training away from your master or your group or whatever, and how to maintain and how to keep on going good. Because this is one of the questions that I've asked in my work that I'm doing when I interview masters. I believe it has 7 habits of highly effective capoeiristas, highly successful capoeiristas. It's just something that people go through all the time. So don't feel like you're the only one going through that. It happens all the time. Even Master Pingo Fogo, after he left his master, after he became master and traveled around Brazil, going to different rodas, fighting, getting beat up, beating people up, and getting better. It's just part of the process. So, all right, galera. Ciao, ciao.